celebrated. Ooh, very patient. See, I'm not so complicated. Ooh, kakwama on my mind. Your toes are juicy, align. Moyo big sign. Kisha underline. Only free because you let me be. That's the love I want for me. Long time was so baridi. Can't deny the chemistry. Ukakwama on my mind. Tuka alive. Tuka bigger sign.
Nobody else can match my energy. She's coming, yeah. She's coming, we up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM. She's coming, yeah. She's coming,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
No nene, nyota ndogo, sauti ya dhahabu, mgenge true, mistari ajabu, tuko na
nakupenda sana, sitofita kama kukupenda ni makosa, sitaki kuwa sawa duniani, kwani nakupenda sio siri, wengi wakiyaona kwa machozi yatoka kila siku, sitochoka mimi kukupenda, watakaosema na waseme, wengi wakiyaona kwa machozi yatoka kila siku, sitochoka mimi kukupenda, watakaosema na waseme.
kwangu ni Range Rover Vala, baada ya harusi na kuingiza massage pala, ma almond oil ndio zinacheza mwili zetu huku zikiteleza. Mriambezu unaweza, nipe supu ya pweza, haitaki pressure na haraka, kupata pleasure na rapa, na kupenda sabweni mjanja umesoma, lakini tunaweza banja mtani tukichoma, nikubebe balcony kimbele mbele, unangora mgongo ukipiga kelele, unasema na nje nayo yanyesha.
Ni bebe, na mimi nikuonyeshe
Ala nyota ndogo. Show me a wedding song or tell me a wedding song without telling me it's a wedding song. Ni bebe. Yeah.
Penzi langu kwako limefika, tabasamu langu sitakunyima, daima nitakuwa wa furaha. Nipe tafadhali nikuonjeshe, wewe utataka kubanduka. Penzi langu nikikuonjesha, kama sio wewe nani tena? Hakuna kama wewe maishani, wewe utataka kubanduka. Penzi langu nikikuonjesha, kama sio wewe nani tena? Hakuna kama wewe maishani. Ni wewe wangu. Ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi la kukupa ili usiende. Ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi la kukupa ili usiende. Ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi la kukupa ili usiende. Ni bebe nami nikuonyeshe penzi la kukupa ili usiende.
I love it. You may now kiss the bride. Mariambes, Marorembe. Mgenge true. I'm out.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
All right, very good morning. It's a feel-good Friday right here on the Power Morning Drive Show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Friday edition of the Power Morning Drive Show with me and Wanyoike. This is the Power Morning Drive Show again, yes, and it's where you make your mornings count, and you're tuning into Power Radio, where we tune in and power up. That was Nonini alongside Nyota Ndogo with Nibebe, taking us way back. I think I must have been probably in primary school or high school when that song came out. Yeah, but it was a good memory walk down memory lane, listening to that song. Yes, and I don't know whether Nyota Ndogo is singing. I'm not so sure. You guys can tell me. And you know where you can tell me that? You can hit us up on our social media handles. We are Power Radio across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of it. You can find us there. You can also find us on our YouTube channel. That is Power Radio. That is P-A-W-A and not Power, the P-O-W-E-R. No, it's Power Radio. Please hit on that notification bell, subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that whenever we go live or we have something good coming from this side, you will definitely be the first to know. You can also find us on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. All right, now that that's out of the way, let me tell you what to expect on today's show. Of course, we start off with the day's traffic updates, because Nairobi traffic has been getting crazier and crazier. I'm not so sure what that is about. I'm still on a quest to find out what exactly that is about. So I will be looking at the situation on the roads in a couple of minutes. And then we will look at a quick skim through of what our daily newspapers are leading with, the main stories that are making headlines on our local newspaper review. Then later on, I shall be joined by a lady from the Ubuntu Nexus, and we are going to be talking or looking at the state of education in Kenya. Now, you might know or might not know this, but yes, the 24th of January marks the World Education Day. I know we are a bit late to the conversation, but better late than never. So it was commemorated last week, and basically what this day is, it's just a day to take stock on the state of education across the world. Where are we in terms of, do we have access to education? Is it equitable enough to get this education? Is it quality education? What about gender access when it comes to, what about gender equality when it comes to access of education? Is it affordable? Why do we have to pay for education in Kenya, for instance? So all those things, we are going to be talking a little bit about them, and my guest is going to be shedding light on some of those issues as well. So please start sending in your questions. Hit us up wherever on those social media handles that I have already mentioned, and we can get this kiki on the road. All right, let's look at the situation on the roads, and it's incredibly busy, and it's a Friday, which I also don't understand. But let's start with Thika Super Highway, and I can see that traffic imeshikana all the way from Garden City Mall as you make your way towards the Globe roundabout. Nothing different along Outer Ring Road as well as you make your way from Buruburu down towards from Buruburu all the way into the spill over to Thika Road. Things are looking absolutely crazy on your end this morning. Let me see. We have Kiambu Road also looking quite hectic this morning. The traffic, I do see the pockets of traffic as you make your way from the Quickmart Thindigwa area. Then as you head out to the DCI area, things become quite busy as well. Then we also have Limuru Road looking quite busy. So we have pockets of traffic as you make your way from the Roslyn Mall, and then the spill over into Village Market down all the way towards the Muthaiga intersection after just slightly after the Karura Forest. Things are looking bumper to bumper on that front as well. Peponi Road is not any different. The traffic starts all the way from Ankole Grill as you make your way towards the Westlands area. Lower Kabete Road also looking quite similar from Zen Garden as you make your way towards Silver Springs Police Station. Spring Valley, not Silver Springs, Spring Valley Police Station. Things are looking quite hectic on that front as well. Let me see. Dennis Street Road also looking quite busy. Oloitoktok Road as well, making your way towards Lavington. If you can avoid that route, please make sure you do. Red Hill Link Road today, it's a little bit clearer, but the drama continues on along James Gishuru Road as you make your way towards the Lavington Mall area. So that's what is happening on that area as well. Agwins Kodhek Road, bumper to bumper. Nothing is moving this morning, so just a little bit of patience and you will be out of the woods in no time. Let me see. Langata Road as well. Things are looking quite hectic this morning, especially as you make your way towards the Timor roundabout. Same situation also happening along Raila Odinga Road as you make your way towards the Kenyatta roundabout. Absolutely chaotic on that end. Ngong Road, similar situation. That whole area from the Junction Mall down towards the Prestige Plaza area, it's absolute madness this morning. And last but not least, Mombasa Road, the situation is also looking quite busy from all the way from just shortly after you leave Samia Business Park all the way down towards the Next Gen Mall, down towards the Nairobi West Hospital. Things are looking absolutely chaotic as well. Jogoo Road is a nightmare. Ojiji Road also, slowly but moving. Lusaka Road also slowly but surely moving. And that leads us to the end of our traffic updates. If in case where you are and I have not mentioned, you might see any incident that you would like us to know, please make sure you do so. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. We will jump into some music. When we come back, we do a quick skim through of our dailies this morning, and then later on we will get into our conversation. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. See you in a bit.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable.
Operation nice and fitty. Roll one up, yeah. Things can get tricky. Napenda komedi na mziki. Kama ni mapenzi then baby ulinifanyia nini? Cause I really wanna get time. You gotta know, yeah. Like any time flies. Ndaku treat like I'm supposed to. If you just let me show ya. Takupa rest on my chest and my shoulder. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight. Loving him since then. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight. Loving him since then.
Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh, my amiable. Look at the stars, shining so bright to get your attention. But we're so in love, so magical. I'll never love again. Believe it's planning a future now. And when we make love, you taking all the pain away. Otina timranade, universal love me ani chango adonde nate. Pokna yudo machalo kodi ale moni ani bende. Abide Lwanda mi geno. Okana go pain, okana podi. I must have fun my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. I must have fun my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only cable. Oh, my amiable. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh, my amiable. Was so scared to fall in love again, but your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. Scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. When you're my everything. When you're my everything. When you're my everything. Oh, was so scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything.
Baby don't go. So baby don't cry.
Ladies, female,
Baby say my name.
Kunkuru Misaleni.
Can you feel the pain?
I know that you fed up. Sing along.
I will never let you down.
Nateni yengoga.
I will never make you cry.
Nateni nesoga.
I will never let you down.
Nateni nyodoga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Nateni setoga. Nifikirie para. Najua wanipenda sana mbona unadai. I can see you fly, niko chini bado nitarai. Figa yako ndio mzuri sana Adhiambo, wajua kupepesa hizo sianda. Dear Jesus, I never knew I met an angel. Baby girl, wange dongo dongo nega heri. Lonyi lepe nyisadendi, tomona weri.
I will never let you down.
Natendi yengoga.
I will never make you cry.
Natendi nesoga.
I will never let you down.
Natendi nyodoga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Natendi setoga. Baby girl, you lovely, deadly, sexy girl. Jabe, don't get touch me, kiss me, so ika. Najua wanipenda sana, mbona kweli wanenyima hizo vitu we. Nyakini dongi ngena manyi kata heriga. Iyengo nagi kwalo na jaber. Njona mi, wange dongo dongo tingo na gondeso na jaber.
I will never let you down.
Natendi yengoga.
I will never make you cry.
Natendi nesoga.
I will never let you down.
Natendi nyodoga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Natendi
So
setoga.
baby, don't go. Never give up.
I know that you fed up.
Won't you say yeah?
Heriga, amaniga, adwariga.
Can you feel the pain?
I know, Miss Lady, sing along.
Kama wanipenda basi nionyeshe.
Nashindwa ni kwa nini kila siku tupigana.
Kama unitaki basi niambie.
Nitafanya nini ama dunia ni hame.
Najua wanitaka mbona wajifanya.
Mimi nakupenda anzia leo mpaka mwisho.
Wachana mambo zao wanaona wivu.
Show me what your mama gave to you.
I will never let you down.
Natendi yengoga.
I will never make you cry.
Natendi nesoga.
I will never let you down.
Natendi nyodoga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Natendi setoga.
I will never let you down.
Natendi yengoga.
I will never make you cry.
Natendi nesoga.
I will never let you down.
Natendi nyodoga.
My girl, I will never make you cry.
Natendi setoga.
Baby, don't go. So baby, don't cry. Baby, say my name. Can you feel the pain?
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
I bumped into this guy at this club. We were dancing, African beauty, tall, dark, and handsome. Gave me his number, I gave him my name. That marked the beginning of such a beautiful thing. I don't know what I'm feeling when he's around. My head touches the ceiling, far back to the ground. Is it love or just infatuation? Whatever it is, I just love the sensation. Jana moja kijana moja. Let me tell you some more about my African king. I love his big brown eyes and the color of his skin. I can't breathe whenever he's not around. I go weak, oh yeah, whenever he comes around. I don't know what I'm feeling when he's around. My head touches the ceiling, far back to the ground. Is it love or just infatuation? Whatever it is, I just love the sensation. Jana moja, kijana moja. Sikuli, siogi, nampenda. And I'm so glad he's my rock, he's my power, he's my warrior king. He's got my back, he's no coward. He's my up on me, baby. Coffee skin like a Howard. He's my hero, my strength. He's my African Jack Bauer. And I don't know what I'm feeling when he's around. My head touches the ceiling.
to the ground. Is this love or just infatuation? Whatever it is, I just love the sensation. Kijana moja, kijana moja, sikuli, siogi, mpenda, 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 mpenda. What a feeling, yeah. Oh, to the ceiling, yeah. Oh, mpenda, 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 yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. That is the phenomenal woman herself, Fina Gitu, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show, when you make your mornings count. And I am your host, Anne Wanyoike. Thank you so much for still sticking around with us. Remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are Power Radio across all socials. Find us on Facebook if that's your style, Instagram if that's your style, TikTok if that's your style, Twitter or X if that's your style, and it's very, very fairly good for us as well, but you can also find us on our YouTube channel. We are Power Radio, and if you've not yet subscribed, please love yourself, respect yourself enough, head out to YouTube and subscribe. Please subscribe. It goes a long way. Hit on that notification bell so that whenever we have some goodies coming your way, you definitely will not miss out on that. And you can also find us on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. Okay, so the MPs are somewhere tucked away in Naivasha for their retreat, and a lot of conversations have been going on online, in the digital sphere or on the digital sphere about where is our money going as a people, as a nation? Where is our money going? Are these constant retreats even necessary? Well, we are looking at a grievous statistic showing that, like just the other day we read, I think it was on the Wednesday cover page of the Daily Nation, that 11 billion shillings has been siphoned from the SHA, the Social Health Authority project. And, you wonder, okay, so these retreats that people are always going on, what are some of the highlights, or what do they achieve when they come out of these retreats? Because they go to retreats, have a good time, spend tons of taxpayers' money, and then we never get to see where these conversations go by. So the reason as to why I'm saying that is because when I look at the Daily Nation this morning, and what they are leading with is, the biggest story is Kindiki's 340 million Kenya shillings budget for private jets and choppers. Yeah, as if it's not enough. But Deputy President Kithure Kindiki is splashing 338.8 million Kenya shillings on flights, choppers, chartered and commercial planes in the financial year ending June 2026. Official disclosures have shown, casting doubt on the government's commitment to austerity measures amid tight finances. The DP's office has already overshot its annual recurrent budget. And, again, this is... it's quite unfortunate that these are the things that we report on as a nation, because, 338 million shillings constantly flying. I think, is it Japan? I think it's Japan and Singapore where they don't have time for these big budgets for politicians flying them everywhere, left, right, and center. And indeed, you can see how that translates into our systems crumbling. And constantly, we feel like we always have to be on survival mode to ensure that systems are working. Yet, it's a misplaced prioritization in that. Why are we spending 338 million Kenya shillings for the flights and the choppers of our politicians? I don't understand it. I really do not. We have no business in doing something like that. Yet, it's the same country where when you go to a health facility, you don't find it well equipped. You do not find it well. I mean, the medicine or the facilities that are there are either wanting or they are not completely there. Then we also have education crumbling. Like I just read somewhere that the bursaries are almost being withdrawn. So why are we misdirecting our public monies in things that are not absolutely necessary? Like nobody needs to, no one. I don't and even if they need to maybe fly private, all those things, I also think that 338 million shillings is a bit on the higher side. But then again, this is the country where we spent, was it millions on buying wheelbarrows? So it's very telling. It is very telling. But yes, please grab your copy of the Daily Nation and read page 4 and 5 to get the whole lowdown of that story. Then we also have a story here on page 6 that new sponsors. It's a question they ask. Maraga raising millions from well-wishers for his presidential bid. And according to the Elections Observation Group, that's ELOG, so far, presidential candidate Maraga has raised 8 million online, rejecting handouts to finance a people-powered campaign. And 8 million. What's your take on that? What's your take on that? Is it a good thing for people to changia because in mchango any presidential candidate? What's your take on that? But that story has been highlighted on page 6 of the Daily Nation. They do a very good analysis of breaking it down as to what it portends and what that means for the future of it. Almost feels as if our democracy and the way that it's financed, there are many checks and balances that need to be measured in that way. But I don't know. I feel like I'm on the fence on this. I'm not so sure that I've made up my mind on whether it's a good or bad thing to finance a presidential campaign. I don't know. I have to think about it critically and analytically to come up with an opinion on that. But page 6 of the Daily Nation, the story is highlighted well. Then on page 3, on a rather sad story, the mystery deaths of 15 street children within 1 month. That story on page 3. Then we have a story on why nearly half of Kenyans are unhappy with the CBE grading. Now, close to half of Kenyans are dissatisfied with the grading system under the competency-based education, citing information gaps in its application. A poll by Infotrack shows 45% of the respondents complained the system that rates performance under 4 bands is confusing. So those are the stories that the Daily Nation is leading with. Please, you will do well to go and check out those stories and much more. Then on the Standard newspaper, the story that they are leading with is Gold Scammers Haven. What began as a routine gold deal has exploded into a 37 million fraud scandal, exposing a sleek underground syndicate that allegedly lures foreign investors into Kenya with forged licenses, fake vaults, and theatrical security. As detectives close in, the case raises uncomfortable questions about how organized gold scams continue to thrive in plain sight Several suspects have been arrested in similar schemes, but they thrive instead of languishing in Kamiti or Kodiaga prisons. It's a story that has been highlighted on page 4 of the Standard newspaper. And last but not least, the Business Daily. The stories that they are leading with is investors earn 176 billion Kenya shillings from treasury bonds. Then State Seconds new CEO to Cusco in recovery push. Safaricom and EABL bonds quadruple the Nairobi Stock Securities Exchange retail debt investors. Last but not least, Ethiopia scouts Kenyan stockbrokers for its capital markets. And that leads us to the end of our daily newspaper. Quick brush through. For more in-depth analysis, please grab your copy of the dailies to find out the other stories that they have highlighted. Now, while that closes on our newspaper segment, it segues us right into our morning conversation today. And as I had mentioned earlier, the 24th of January is recognized as World Education Day. And really what this is a day to come together, world leaders, educational practitioners, and everybody that is a stakeholder in the education sector to come together and take stock on the state of education, right? And especially in Kenya, or I would say regionally, Africa, to be more specific, we definitely have such a long way to go. You know, there are issues around accessibility, right? We also have issues of gender imbalances. There are cultures that do not necessarily believe in, for example, educating the girl child. So what can we do? Where are we first as a people? And what can be done to ensure that education is fair, its quality is accessible, it's equitable, right? Affordable, you know, to all and not just some, and others are left out of the conversation. And so today we are going to be focusing on exactly those things and what are some of the things that we can do to ensure that we are moving towards the right direction. So let me take a quick breather, music break. When we come back, we get into our conversation. My guest is already in studio and I'm pretty stoked to have this conversation with you. So please, if you have any questions for my guest, please do so. The social media platforms still remain Power Radio, and then we can get this show running. All right, let's take a quick breather. We'll be right back after this.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
I forget to what I'ma say. Long check on the case. Tell a boy, where we want. We not flip it, tell a boy, where we want. Straight to the point, bad girl want some. When I see you, I'ma wanna hold back none. Me and you in a little conversation. Tonight me I forget you on my intention. I don't care who you came here with. All I know, Mr. Worry me you're leaving with. Came here with a 5, going home with a 10. Now say bye-bye to your ex-girlfriend. Me say that she came straight to me. She me love how you better conversation. She say that she try to bear with me. Mommy can't carry on me, no true. She say that she came straight to me. Tell me long time you better conversation. She say that she try to bear with me. Mommy can't carry on me, no true. She say that she not care about intimidation. On the bed now she want to lay upon. Tell a boy straight that she want to get some. Tell a boy she not care who me with so. Hey, me never seen a bad girl like Sissy's. Any girl try to chat now she kill. She not give up like what them a feel. Nobody hot like she. She came straight to me. Tell me long time you better conversation. She said that she try to bear with me. Mommy can't carry on me, no true. She said that she came straight to me. Tell me long time you better conversation. She said that she try to bear with me. Mommy can't carry on me, no true. She said that bad girl chat, I forget what I want. We say that some girl wish and hope and stress. I get what I want, oh yeah. Cause any man no want me, I forget. yet. Can't get you, never seen that yet. No, all I get is yes. Give it up, boy, cause me are the best, so
She
yeah.
want to treat me, she want to be with me. She want to settle down and to give me kidney. Won't leave a girl, you want me come and she with me. But when a girl I come, I want she put her beneath me. She want to treat me, she want to be with me. She want to settle down and to give me kidney. Won't leave a girl, you want me come and she with me. But when a girl I come, I want she put her beneath me. She came straight to me, told me long time, you better conversation. She said that she told me bear with me, but we can't carry on without you. When she said that she came straight to me, told me long time, you better conversation. She said that she told me bear with me, but we can't carry on without you. When she said that she came straight to me, told me long time, you better conversation. She said that she told me bear with me, but we can't carry on without you. When she said that she came straight to me, told me long time, you better conversation. She said that she told me bear with me, but we can't carry on without you. When she said that
Yeah, Warren, bad girl Cecile. Yeah, you know that's the deal.
love child, but the
Yeah,
case.
a bad girl thing, and that me say.
Nairobi and Kingston combination.
Yeah, I say that.
Yo, respect to G Money for the link up. Why with the love child alongside bad girl Cecile. Hey, a Daredevil remix. Nairobi and Kingston combination.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Kuna rumba ya Juja ndani ya maboy, ukisaka mitumba nenda rumba ya Toy. Kuna rumba ya Kibich, utajua ujui. Kuna rumba for all niggas, ila rumba Japani ndio rumba. Kuna rumba ya State House, iko chini ya maji. Kuna rumba ya bunge, ya majambazi. Ukileta ujinga, we utalala ndani. Kuna rumba for all you niggas, lakini rumba Japani ndio rumba. Hapa ni wapi? Tumezungukwa na shisha na shashamani. Mapochopocho na vinywaji mbalimbali. Wengine wanatapika wakizirai. Hapa ni wapi? Wanatupiga mapicha ni paparazi. Tumezungukwa na warembo geti kali. Tunazitoka na staili za kizamani.
Kuna rumba ya westi, ya mabesi, wa mashanane, sheki ya westi. Rumba ni nyepesi, isikuwe kesi. Kuna rumba for all my niggas, ila rumba Japani ndio rumba.
Kuna rumba Karura ya kupanda miti, ukiwa kwenange hakunanga risiti. Rumba Oyole, hiyo ni ya Mangwati. All of my hoes and all of my niggas, rumba Japani no rumba. Hapa ni wapi? Tumezungukwa na mabauza kama chwari. Kuna mapedi, mapoko pia mapichi, na wanaseti michele kwenye vinywaji. Hapa ni wapi? Kuna visanga vioja mahakamani. Wapenzi wapigana mate hadharani. Wengine wanatekana nyuma ya taksi. Niite rumba obunga, mano majo turua, tokida bilombuta, diriyo manyata, yewuyo rwako wakala, tonyiwa undiso wabunja. Kuna rumba for all you niggas, lakini rumba Japani yo rumba.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
What a hater say, sipping on that haterade. I'm tipsy off that Tangerade and Alizé, I'm hella paid. Pair of J's on me as I hit the stage, hella bait. Toast to the hard work, so every day we celebrate. I'm just a dream chaser trying to reach paper. A few years ago, you know we hadn't seen better, so I had to get up. Hustling never seemed better. I'm fed up, but it won't get the best of me, my nigga. I live a fast life, you can see Mula team holding down Africa from the east, nigga, please. You know we're trying to stack up all the G's, getting money overseas. Mikey Tony had a dream, Luther King, we believe.
If I'm gonna make it worth it, then I gotta go hard. Got my city on my back. If you feel me, holla back. I do it for the truth, buffalo. We hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it down.
We hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it.
We hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it down.
Hold it down,
hold me down. Holding it. See, I gotta get that dough. Your money been the motive. Mama told me take it slow. What? Keep your options open. Now we be all up inside your TV. With a couple more beanies while we treat them haters like Stevie Wonder why these niggas bother anymore. Tell your trip a shopper man. Karungari better know that we swaggy. Nigga out here swaggy. Tucci's rolling doobies with some beanies in no backseat. But I don't trust these bitches. I don't trust these bitches. I don't trust these bitches cause they might catch me slipping. But you already know Kemula, that's that Tifa flow. Yeah, now Ruby Town. You know we holding it.
And if I'm gonna make it worth it, then I gotta go hard. Got my city on my back. If you feel me, holla back. I do it for the truth, buffalo. We hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it down.
Hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it.
Hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it down.
I swear I've been waiting for this moment since I was 12 now. Rock a snapback, folk fitted, let your brain smile. And we just glad you finally listened cause you chose style. 5 mighty kids been on a mission while they talk slime. You spit, I vomit, have you on it, dog, I breathe rhymes. No Superman, just rapaholic, see my team shines. So now I'm sipping gin and tonic, we don't squeeze limes. Cause life's been bitter for a nigga, but I'm still fine. Hey. I hope you learn the basics. Boy, them A to Z's, your 1 to 3s ain't talking about the Matrix. Next to KOC, oh yes indeed, I've graduated to MC. Living my dreams, glory to G.O.D.
And if I'm gonna make it worth it, then I gotta go hard. Got my city on my back. If you feel me, holla back. I do it for the truth, buffalo. We hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it down.
Hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it.
Hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it down.
Hold it down,
hold me down. You know we holding it.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Holding it down. Oh my goodness. My whole, I guess, post-high school era was Camp Mula on repeat. And I keep saying that I am appealing for CAMP to the Mula to come back because there was quite nothing like them. I've never moved on. It's okay. I understand you got to grow in your own musical journeys, but please come back. You guys were iconic. It's Hold It Down and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive show where you make your mornings count and especially your Friday mornings. And I'm going to tell you just in a little bit why it is that I do say that. Remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are Power Radio across all socials. Please do get us there. You can also listen in on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. Now, the reason as to why I am telling you that you have have to make your Friday morning count, is because today we are going to be talking about a very pertinent issue in society, and that is the state of education, not only in Kenya. We are also going to look at it in Africa as a whole, but also how it compares globally. And the reason for this is, sorry, we are a little bit late to the party. We were supposed to do the show on the 24th, but we could not find the time, so we decided that better late than never, because the 24th of January is the annual commemoration of World Education Day, or rather it's a day where leaders in the education sector come together and take stock on the state of education, what needs to be done, what are the gaps, what are the recommendations, and how do we ensure that we are implementing all that, how do we fund education. So we are going to be having a very deep and cross-cutting conversation about the state of education, and my guest is already here in studio. I am joined by the program's assistant from Ubuntu Nexus, Miss Sulwey Nicole. It's really good to have you join us this morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You're fantastic.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm so honored to be here.
Yeah, we are honored to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for the people that might not know who you are and what Ubuntu Nexus is all about, you can introduce yourself and tell us just a little bit about the work that you do.
Sharp. I'm actually grateful that you mentioned my name so well.
Okay. Hey.
My name is Sulwey Nicole.
Uh-huh.
I'm the program's assistant for peace education in Ubuntu Nexus. And I'm sure so many people are not aware of what Ubuntu Nexus is and what it does. Ubuntu Nexus is majorly a youth-led organization that is centered on reimagining humanity by integrating justice and peace in the society through community development projects, volunteer efforts, as well as outreach programs that are specific to youth empowerment and mentorship.
Yeah.
So that's basically the work that we do.
Yeah.
And we hope to grow and include so many other people, youth, young and old, in our commission.
Right. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. And yourself, so you lead the peace and education tenet of at Ubuntu Nexus. Maybe we can start with why education? How did you even find yourself in the spaces where you felt that you need to render your voice to amplify the issues within the education system and sector?
So one thing that stood out for me was I did study international relations.
Okay.
As I did it as a diploma as well as my degree, my Bachelor of Arts. And I think when it comes to international relations, majorly what people talk about are wars, how to maintain peace. But I sat down and I looked back and I questioned myself. Where do all these problems come from? Where are we falling short so that people don't understand, like, we can actually be at peace? We can actually ensure that our economy is standard and politically we are stable. It stems all the way from education. We are electing or choosing leaders who have not been well educated, are not well informed, are not knowledgeable of whatever they're supposed to do. And we are putting them in big seats. And now they're the ones controlling what we need to do and making us look, quote unquote, stupid at the end of the day, which is quite unfortunate. So I think for me, it was more of, we are an empowered generation as of now because we have been, it's, I'd say, a privilege for us to be literate. And it's just interesting for me as an individual to give back to the community in a way that ensures that everyone is in the same level that I am, even more. I may not be in the same level that someone else is, yes, but I am blessed to be where I am, and I'd want everyone else, whether rich, poor, stable, unstable, to be where I am and be informed, understanding their rights, understanding their freedoms and stuff like that. So I think for me, it was just seeing the state of our country as a whole, and then seeing how Africa is and comparing ourselves to the global first world countries, which is very important, by the way, just to be able to see where we're falling short as a country, as a continent, and see how better we can improve ourselves.
Right. One of the major challenges in education in Kenya is how we go about financing and funding it. And I'm not so sure that we have cracked the code when it comes to that yet. So when you look at that, what are some of the maybe perhaps recommendations that you would give us, right, in terms of, yes, to effectively finance education? Yes.
What's funny is that there's no money. As we speak, the 2025-2026 budget of education was actually dispensed last year, and it was around 720 billion. Hata ukikaa chini, 720 billion is a lot of money. And for me, that is not enough when it comes. It's a lot of money, good, but it's not enough for education. We could be spending more. Because now we are hearing, I just heard you recently say that we have government officials who are spending millions on private jets. We have the president talking about revamping the airport with billions of money. We could be shifting all this towards education just to make it more better. And we are sitting down with a budget of 720 billion, yet we are struggling with grade 10 transition. We are struggling with CBC implementation because the plan under CBC is very neatly stated. It looks really good on paper, but what are we doing on the ground? You understand? So I think that's such an ambiguous question for me because I'm also trying to understand what's going on. Are people being elected into these positions as academic or education CSs and PSs, and they're just sat, and what are they waiting for? I mean, you were already put on your leadership seat. What were your plans? And I think as Kenyans, we really need to hold our leaders accountable when it comes to budgetary implementation in different sectors, majorly education sector. We cannot be having constant news talking about how children are not going to schools, they're helping in businesses, yet their colleagues are in schools because they cannot afford. Make it make sense. The sense is not available. We're trying to find it, but it's not there. So my recommendation would be that once leaders are elected, especially the CSs and the PSs who are under them, can we get an 100-day plan of what they plan to do? So that we can call them out when these things are not being done. As of now, I'm sat here and I'm wondering, okay, there was no plan, so what am I even supposed to call out a leader for? You understand? I think we really need to work together when it comes to leadership and the youth or citizens in general to be able to advance whatever we plan to do. And sikweni kama tunaribu pesa, because these are taxpayers' money, you understand? So there's a lot that needs to be done, honestly. But accountability should be the first thing we need to observe. Because as we speak, I think the current CS, Mr. Julius, if I'm not wrong, was appointed last year. Last year. Yes. I think in around August. And I mean, it's okay. Last year, 2024. So he has had a 1-year run. And I'm just wondering, what was your rollout plan? You understand? Because the budget is there. It's not like the money is not being dispensed. What was the plan? Because I think one thing that has really stood out when it comes to the education sector has been probably the Lishe program, where children are being fed. But even that one, whom are you feeding and children are at home? You understand? So there's a lot. There's really a lot we need to uncover. There's a lot we need to discuss because also elections are coming up and we cannot be blinded. Yeah.
And even at that, there's also issues of access to education. And, I think it also tends to kind of morph as you go into counties. It's county per county.
Yes.
So where you find that there are counties that access of education, for example, in Nairobi is fairly good. And then you go to maybe a place like Mandera or Moyale and you find that, no, there's imbalances. Yes, there's an imbalance in the access to this education. So how do we go about ensuring that there is equitable access to education, and not just access to education, but access to quality and affordable education? Yes. If actually it should be free, because education is a right.
Free,
it's not a privilege.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to revisit your question. UNESCO's theme for this year was youth as co-creators of education. And one thing that I've also looked into is that under the SDG, we are 4 years away from Vision 2030. And in terms of the SDG 4, under the UN SDG goals, we are very far from achieving the Vision 2030 goals that were set by the UN as a country. We are literally ranked at 123 out of 167 member states of the countries that are struggling to reach the goal of education. I mean, politically, maybe I could excuse that. Economically, maybe I could excuse that. But education, surely. Health, surely. Poverty, what are we doing as a nation? So when it comes to advocating for equity and access and inclusive education, we are really failing as a country, especially the access part, because as you've mentioned, it should be a no-brainer that as a country, if education is okay in Nairobi, it also should be okay in Bomet, it should reflect in every other county. Why are particular counties having ease of access, and in Turkana, bado tunangangana? Do you understand? It makes it look like I cannot take my child to study in Turkana because it's nikubaya. No. And it should not be like that. I should be able to be comfortable as a parent or as a guardian. Niangalie mtoto wangu na niseme, this is my 9-year-old child. They can study anywhere in this country because education is accessible. There's enough resources. Infrastructure is there. Everything has been put in place. It's quite unfortunate that some parts of the country are underfunded, to say the least. I'd want to understand also from that perspective, what are leaders doing? Because if we sit down as a governor or any political leader, we need to have an equal understanding. So kama leo tuna reduce fees Kisumu, can it reflect in Nairobi? Can it reflect in Lamu? Can it reflect in Kilifi? Kama today we are trying to do free primary education, let it be cutting across all counties. Isikwe Nairobi peke, let's not do pilot. Because how are we going to ensure that iyo piloting imefanyika Kisumu, itafanyika Mandera? Do you understand? So access has really been a concern, especially in marginalized communities. And it's very unfortunate because we are supposed to be one. You understand? Whoever is studying Mandera or whoever is studying Nairobi are supposed to have the same level playing field. And hopefully we achieve that. Hopefully there's something that's going to be happening in 2026 because we are all eyes.
Right. And this is one of the biggest instability in Kenya's education system is, are we doing CBC? Oh, wait, not. We are no longer doing CBC. Then they introduce CBE. Oh, wait. Actually, even on today's paper, I read that nearly half of Kenyans are unhappy with the CBE grading. And so it kind of tends to throw off even the learners, right? You know, this constant changing of systems. And it's like we cannot necessarily decide what is best for us and what works for us. So in terms of implementing policies and stabilizing the education system in Kenya, at least, what are some of the recommendations that you would give? And yeah, like how do we imagine and dream up an education system that works for us and works once and for all, you know? Yeah, because it's a lot of money that goes into funding, also changing sijui nini, and then beyond even the money and how expensive it is, it's also expensive to the mind of the learners, right? We are a result of the education system that we go through. So when you keep on changing us, then we end up, we end up being, and these are children, you know, who are very impressionable, right? At a very young age, you tend to have a lot of power over their willpower and their mind power. Yeah. So what's your take on all of that?
Now, when CBC was first mentioned, I think that was around 2017.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone was prepared. I'm speaking like this because, remember, 2017 I was in Form 4. And I can only imagine, we're almost 10 years in, isn't it? CBC, personally, I had to go in depth because initially I was also rigid about it. I was like, why are we changing? What's not working that would make you change a whole system from an 844 to CBC? And if you look back, CBC actually complements the system that was there before, like, wakati wazazi wetu wakati wakona soma ma-GHC na nini, because I talked to my parents and they were explaining to me that it's actually one and the same thing, just that this one is more modern. And I took a look at it. I went to the KICD page, looked at it, what their plan is. trust you me, and that's why I said it's very good on paper. It looks really good on paper, by the way. And if it's something that can be implemented, it would really work, because it covers now the aspect of inclusive education, which is something we've never had. 844 had never covered inclusive education, in my opinion. Now, CBC is a movement, I'd say. But the government was also not prepared. So how are you not prepared for a shift in a curriculum, but you really are pushing for it? What are we doing? Where are we headed? The other thing is we're looking at a situation where they're actually saying they are struggling with implementing free primary education with CBC. And I sit down and wonder, when you guys were having these meetings with like to change the curriculum, didn't you slot this in? Because you knew how many children are going to be enrolled in CBC, 2017, 2018, and 2025. You should have the numbers. At least out of the 47 counties per se, half of them should be thriving in free primary education. Ndo tuanze kuongea kusema, okay, at least we can see progress in some parts. Can we work on the rest? You understand? So CBC right now is being attacked a lot because people also don't understand what it's about. And as Ubuntu, we've really come in to see that CBC actually channels Ubuntu. It goes with the aspect of I am because we are, I am because you are. It's really channeling the community development of children, engaging not only children, not only teachers, even parents. By the way, you may notice pia kuna wazazi wako hands off legs off. Like wewe enda shule usome, wewe ukirudi nyumbani fanya vitu za nyumbani. No, we really need to build. Education is all rounded. It doesn't end at the classroom. Ukiwa nyumbani mtoto pia anahitaji kusoma, unaona. So CBC covers that, and it's just about implementation. Hapo ndo naona ni kama there's an error. I don't know what is going on. If the government of the day can look into youths who can drive policy changes and help implement whatever ideas they have, wataenda mbali sana. But no one wants to engage the youth because inakaa kama ni competition, push and pull here and there. So people don't understand the curriculum. No one is doing anything to help the community understand the curriculum. You can't just sit down and assume everyone is literate, they're going to understand. People are different. Everyone is literate, but people are different. My understanding cannot be the same as yours, Anne. No.
Yeah.
So I may need time. You may understand immediately. People in marginalized areas, when you ambiwa wataelewa JCBC, watajua nataka mtoto wangu asome. But we need to do outreach programs. We need to reach out to these communities, help them understand ECBC, what is it going to benefit your children? How can we, engage so that these children can also be, like their well-being is up to standard. So there's a lot of work to be done, as I've mentioned. And I'm sure UNESCO were not blind, or they were very brilliant they came with the theme of youth as co-creators. Because we have seen how last year, going downwards, youth voices have been amplified. You've seen how Nepal have changed their government system. You've seen how Kenya, to say Natambali, I feel like Kenya inspired an outreach. And just the other day, Ubuntu had a webinar on why are we so angry online. And to me, I'm also angry. Because every time I open the TV, there's nothing positive for me to see under education. It's CBC this, downgrade. CBC that, there's nothing that I'm seeing. At least, can I see CBC, funding has been dispersed. Everyone is in school. We are having 100% rollout. As we speak, I think the rollout is at 91%. And Kajiado faces the least amount of rollout. It's quite unfortunate because hata ukisikia Kajiado mtu ataanza kujiuliza uko ni wapi, inakaa ni kama a marginalized area, and it shouldn't be like that, unaona, especially not when it comes to certain topics as education. So we really need to rise to the occasion as youth. Tumepigana na feminism, we are not yet there, but education has to be top, in my opinion, because easy issues of feminism, people in Altona lack of knowledge. Where do people get knowledge? From school, education. We can start from nurturing these children and painting a certain picture to them so that certain issue that we are facing right now as a nation can be curbed by the time these ones are growing up.
And in your feedback, there is something that you said. So in Kenya, it seems as if we treat education as a privilege and not as a right. So how do we rethink education as a right and not as a privilege?
This is majorly on the government.
Yeah.
The government needs to shift that mentality completely, because we are even looking at it as education is not being used as a tool of empowerment. It's being used as a tool of suppression. Where are we headed as a nation? You understand? So we cannot be depending on corporations. You can see how KCB, Safaricom have elevated. They're getting more into CSR, and they're like giving scholarships for students. It's good, Misawa. But how are we depending on corporations to benefit our children? KCB cannot school everyone. Safaricom, M-Pesa Foundation cannot school anyone, everyone. No. They are really doing their best. And I applaud them, honestly. But I should not be applauding corporations. I'm supposed to be applauding serikali, because we wake up, we go and vote, isn't it? These people owe us. They owe us service. So they are supposed to shift that mentality, because personally, I think it's something that we're starting to realize. Now these people don't say, I had a right to learn and I did learn. No. Thank God my parents afforded to take me to school, because it looks like a privilege. Mtu mwenye ako Turkana sahi anateseka. I actually saw a child in the news just the other day akisema kwamba they were grade 10. They could not afford fees. So now they are going to work with their mom to sell milk. And I'm like, what?
It's heartbreaking.
Exactly. Because that is a girl. And as a girl, I feel affected, you know? Because I look at them and I'm like, mimi sikuwa na hiyo shida. We thank God. But it should not be like that. What is the government doing? So that we shift this mentality from, it looks like a privilege. It's like, lazima ukuwe na pesa ndo usome. Hapana. Because at the end of the day, we are trying to grow. We're not trying to grow backwards. We're trying to move forward. We've already covered, like Kenya right now is doing well in terms of literacy reports. We're doing well. But if tusipochunga, tutarudi nyuma. We cannot work with the mentality of the rich will keep getting richer and the poor will keep getting poorer. No, we have to meet in the middle. So the government really needs to rise to the occasion and shape the narrative of education, especially in public schools.
Yeah.
Because at Asai, people are, you see how, I've seen, I come from Kajiado County, so I know how this really affects me properly. I'm seeing how parents are coming to, like they're shifting from the classroom setting to doing homeschooling. And I've asked about 10 parents, nini imekupendeza homeschooling that is making you shift from maybe the private and public sector. And the first thing they mention is, number one, resources. If a school is not well equipped, how am I going to trust that kweli pesa yangu nyanapeleka huko kupeleka mtoto wangu shule is actually being used properly? If a school is underfunded, a school resources ni nil, most parents right now are shifting to homeschooling. And it's quite unfortunate, because I mean, we should be proud of our education system, should be proud of whatever we have to offer, but there's nothing to be proud of as we speak. Yeah.
Wow. I think that's a good place to take our first break right here on the Power Morning Drive Show. But before we do that, I see you for sending in your comments. I see Jemima Neema is locked in. Anasema impactful conversation. Thank you so much for making the time. Please do keep sending in those comments. We would like to hear from you. If you have questions for our guest, Sulwey, Nicole is with us. And we are in the midst and the bones of discussing the state of education, not only in Kenya, but also in the region. Let's take our first break right here. When we come back, we continue with our conversation. Do not move a muscle. We'll be right back.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
It's been a while since I met a girl who makes me feel some type of way. She's my eighth wonder, jufiga yake namba 8. Mapenzi anayonipa ni ya kutuliza moyo, naonjeshwa vitamu vitamu hapa sibanduki kamwe. Amenitoa soko na waga kwa heri mandugu zangu. Nishampata waku nikanda kanda usiku nikilala. Anapenda kubembelezwa nimpe taratibu. Hivyo ndo anapenda. Ninatoka SOKO, sina mipango ya kurudi huko. Niko kwa box JOKO. Sasa kila siku raha, utamu utamu mama. Sasa kila siku raha, utamu utamu mama. Usafi ni muhimu, hata matunda wanyunyiziwa maji. Mnunuzi lazima akatiwe, afurahie kisha afungiwe. Utamu wangu ulionea mbali, ukanichagua haki mami. I want to be your love man, I want to give you what you like. Hata nani anite, njia yake nijikute. You are, baby you are the pride. Nimetoka SOKO, sina pango ya kurudi huko. Niko kwa box JOKO. Sasa kila siku raha, utamu utamu mama. Sasa kila siku raha, utamu utamu mama. Yo yo. Ooh yeah yeah yeah. Utamu utamu mama. Yo yo. Oh yo 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 yo.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey, unakam, niko na visa, niko kwa simu na nasikia bashi meshika. Je, kuna madem, kuna maniga, maodine wamekuja kuchachisha. Ninajificha, sitaki picha, kubabae, sitaki vita. Nashikisha na mavela mabichwa, na tukishikwa shoma bel Mona Lisa. Tutoke BND, twende BNB, niko DND, usijam. I will be RB, I will be RB.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana. Zimelipu, zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya vile inafaa. Aerobog na matin. Eyo naka. Aerobog na matin. Abiro kikomando, kiritala jumi niko na mado. Wenye vipindi na musonge kando, esima tu sama poso chopo. Chololo, chololo. Nobody can party like we do. Omoke girumba ko kwarawe blues. Kinena kalingi kipani ya sim. Meditation yaka bed ni soya design bololo. Anebo che bololo. So please no okadwa jo machendo oh bololo. Anebo che bololo. So please no okadwa jo machendo oh. Mihadara zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana. Zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya.
Miadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, simelimbu Maximus,
walking on my team,
hey, and na 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 na,
hold on,
yeah,
hold on.
BNB, Nico DND,
Mutoto ya Pamela.
I'll be right back. Tell 'em I'll be woo.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That is Okello Max alongside Fena with Pogna Martin, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive show where you make your mornings count, and I am your host with the most, and Wanyoike. Still here with Sulwey Nicole. She's from Ubuntu Nexus, and today we are looking at the state of education. And so let's just jump right back into it. Now, there's a big conversation about DEI. That is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I do believe that it's also a cross-cutting issue when it comes to education. But there is a gap. There is a challenge. In Kenya, our education system is not very inclusive. I mean, in all manner of things, in all ways you can think about. We do not have an inclusive, we do not have a diverse education system. So in what ways is that lacking, and how do we socialize inclusion in the way that we do our education systems in Kenya?
That's a very good question. And one thing that has been bothering my mind is actually the DEI in the education system and DEI in general. So I think I'll take you back, Yasi. Just about a week ago, Kise were on the news, and they were doing an outreach program at Uasin Gishu County. And basically the outreach program was supposed to be for persons with disability sensitization, and they're also donating some wheelchairs. And it stood out to me when some of them mentioned that they still are struggling with having an accurate number of persons with disability, children, registration. Because remember, in Kenya, of course, I know even in the rest of the world, persons with disability get some certain of funding, you know, and as we speak, he mentions that watoto wengi wanafichwa, naona, and it really dawned on me, what are we doing to educate the society about persons with disability? What are we doing to eradicate the stigma when it comes to persons with disability? And it also dawned on me that in as much as tunajua kuhusu PWDs, most of the times, most people are only aware of people with physical disabilities. We're not focusing on neurological disabilities, which is mental health, and also learning disabilities. Na hizo ndo zinakuwa rampant as of now as we speak. So vitu kama autism and this other one, Down syndrome, are very rampant, but people are not aware of them. Unapata, there's news also of a child who had been caged for 7 years in Meru County. Uyo mtoto ukimwona, by the way, ana act kama mnyama, and it's very unfortunate. And you know, in as much as we want to blame the parents, the guardians, ati, mbona ufanye hivyo kwa mtoto, uni mtu mwenye, we've grown in a culture where traditionally, ukipata any PWD child, it looks like you're a caste family or you're a caste generation. So with people still have such mentality because they've not been educated or sensitized on PWD. So as we speak, I'd really want to call to action for government officials, especially in the health and education sector, to merge their efforts. first world countries have this test that they do on pregnant women after 10 weeks. Prenatal DNA testing, screening, just to help them see whether they have PWD children and stuff like that. And I'm wondering, when I did my research, here in Kenya, they're only available in private hospitals. Ebu angalia tuko wangapi kwa hii nchi, si kila mtu anaweza afford private hospitals, isn't it? So why can't the health sector bring these resources into the public hospitals and also have SHA?
Just
have SHA be able to accommodate this in the insurance, because this is just a test. It's as simple as doing a screening, any other screening. Unaona, kama tunafanya za polio, tunafanya za tuberculosis, tunafanya za malaria, why can't we also get the maternal health that women deserve? Unaona, with this kind of screening, one can be able to know, mimi niko na mtoto PWD na ni this particular disability, and I can start registering this child as soon as they are birthed, if I choose to keep the child. You understand? If we imagine how many records kids are going to have and how prepared they're going to be to help in advancing education for people with special needs. Unlike now, because I can't fault Kise, to be honest. If we are not there, like, if we're not where we're supposed to be, inclusion-wise, diversity-wise, we cannot really put fault on Kise, because they're doing their best. I really, as Ubuntu Nexus, would also want to partner with them and see how many outreach programs we can do, especially in marginalized communities, just to sensitize them on PWDs. Give them examples of how many persons with disability, like the kinds of disabilities that we have, and see how best we can also do screening to know the categories of persons with disability, especially when it comes to children, and see how they can be accommodated into the CBC curriculum or into the education system in general. Because ukweli, nisikudanganye, si atu kutembea pa Nairobi, kuna mtoto amefichwa mahali. Because mzazi anaogopa, hajui kitu ya kufanya, na kama mzazi hajui kitu ya kufanya, society itajua kitu ya kufanya. You see?
Yeah.
So it's quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
And we really hope that something grows this year, because that's one of the projects that we plan to do. We've as Ubuntu Nexus, we've worked on curricular development. Last year we've worked on peace education. We are trying to see how peace education can be integrated into CBC curriculum, and hopefully this year we're also trying to work on PWD sensitization. Yeah, because we're really lagging behind on that sector. Yeah, personally for me, in my university, nilisoma na mtu mwenye akona hearing impairment na physical impairment. Why can't we have the same in public and private institutions as of now? Unaona, during the grade 10 transitioning, there was a school that sent back a student who is a PWD because they don't have proper facilities to cater to them. 2026.
Seriously. That's discrimination of the highest order. And education is partially devolved in Kenya. So if devolution was this amazing thing that was set out to help Kenya, in terms of equalizing, then we have a lot of work to do.
We really do.
But even on that, challenges that are very recurrent, like teachers' strikes, there is the decapitation of education. We always have the underfunding of education, which... automatically we have money for private jets and choppers, and we do seem to have a prioritization problem in this country. Yeah, so I mean, it's debilitating to say the least. I do not want to hear one more lecture. The other day we saw lecturers in Deras downing their tools because of delayed payments. I mean, it's very embarrassing for a nation like Kenya to be in such a state, yet it's not that we are poor. I keep saying that scarcity is a man-made problem. We should not be having such issues. Yeah, so how do we go about this, and how do we curb the teacher strikes, all those things?
And, you remember when I mentioned the first time, si ati hakuna pesa, si kando.
Yeah.
Then why are we not prioritizing? Exactly.
Kazi ni kutenga
tu, lakini hakuna penye tunaona ikienda.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate, because if members of parliament hakuna pesa yao imechelewa. Mtu mpaka allowance haraka sana. Why are we delaying the salary of teachers? But that yoke to nyuma. I may not be a teacher, but I call myself an educator because I volunteered as a teacher in certain places. And I see the effort these people put in education. Kama si ya walimu by there, hakuna tutungekuwa tunasema ati mambo na education. Hii 720 billion that has been imetengwa, haingekuwa hapa. You know, we really need these teachers. Number one, hawalipwi vizuri. Number two, we are struggling with CBC as of now because the number of teachers that are available to take up these grade 10s and to take up the rollout of CBC are very few. So that means either number one, watu wamesema wataki kusoma education. And it's unfortunate because personally I would have been inspired to do education and be a teacher. I don't mind being a teacher. Being a teacher is not a low or any less than of a job, you understand? It's actually it's a privilege. It's an honor to be a teacher, you understand? Because we are a product of our teachers. No. So teachers need to be supported financially, heavily financially. Number two, upskilling of these teachers. Me personally, sijasoma CBC, sijui anything to do with CBC. If I go to be a teacher, right now, if I was a registered teacher, I'd need to be appraised on CBC and certain, especially mambo ya STEM. Mimi, I'm not a STEM girly. Like, I do love tech, but I don't understand anything about tech. You understand? Right. And we need to be very keen on that because if I don't understand about CBC, like anything about CBC, or I'm not well versed about CBC, what am I going to teach these children? Ninawapoteza tu. Unaona? So, number one, teachers need to be paid and paid well. Yeah. Teachers need to be, interns also who are coming in to help teachers need to be paid and paid well. Pesa ni motivator aki. Weta sasa nikikuwekea hapa 10,000 nikwambia ndio ufunze.
Nitafunza. Hata mathematics nitafunza. Thanks. And I got a D-. I don't know whether I should say this on the national
it's okay.
platform.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, so money is a motivator. Let's just be honest. Because money moves everything in this world. Walimu pia kuna mtoto. Ati walimu hawana watoto. These children need to be catered for. Yeah. We need to be very considerate when it comes to how we handle civil servants and specifically teachers, doctors as well. Jua watagonjeka, si ndio? Daktari hawajalipwa, wameenda strike. Mtoto anaenda kukufa juu ya ugonjwa. We cannot be losing our children, we cannot be losing our learners because of mere discrepancies or government hawashughuliki mambo mengine, unaona? So teachers, pesa imeshaandaliwa and hopefully we can see a change because I'm also looking at higher education, like the higher education sector and lecturers striking. I think November ndo walifunga there like 49-day strike. In almost 50 days of not studying. And you're supposed to be competing with someone who is in the private education sector. Na mnafaa kutoka nyote. How do I go to university? I'm set to graduate in 4 years and I'm graduating after 6 years. When MBA, to some extent, we're not all the same, as I mentioned. Yeah. Someone will lose hope along the way. Yes. But they'll still want a job at the end of the day. Right. We are failing our youth here. Yeah. Because we really need to empower these people. We have to make sure that mtoto anaenda shule, walimu wamelipwa wanafunza. Juu hata mimi ninawezataka tu niende class na nikae. Sasa mnilipi tukae basi sisi sote, unaona? So we really need to shughulika with the state of funding when it comes to teachers and also upskilling them. Yeah. I want to see news ikisema walimu wameenda kufundishwa, wameenda kuongezewa like knowledge on certain aspects, especially around CBC. Yeah. We need to see growth. Right.
And one major thing that has always come up in conversations around, streamlining our education is decolonizing the education system. And I'm not so sure that we have gotten a grip on even what that might look like. So from what you see, what do you think are the steps necessary to ensure that we are dealing with a decolonized education? Because I'm sorry, CBE, CBC, all of it, it's still reinventing the wheel. There's so many colonial undertones towards how we think about education in this country, and it's a problem.
I've seen that prospectively when it comes to languages we have to offer. And thank God you've touched on that because as you've seen, countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, they are doing away with these international languages. They want to inculcate their language yao ya nyumbani. Unaona?
Indigenous.
Exactly, the indigenous languages. And I think I've only seen, there's a school in Nakuru that they actually do teach mother tongue. Unaona? But I don't know how that is going to look like, especially in a country like Kenya,
which is
where
very
we have
diverse.
so many tribes.
43
Unaona?
in
Exactly.
total.
Okay, it would be empowering as someone who comes from, let's say, coastal areas to learn about Western culture. But I'm at the language, but we really need to emphasize on culture.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at a situation where so many children as of now hata wajui Kiswahili.
Yeah.
Ni sawa, we can talk English.
Yeah.
But unaona English tulitoa wapi?
Yeah. It's a colonizer's language.
Exactly. We really need to look into, unapata ati sahi Kiswahili inakuwa si compulsory. Like you can choose whether to do Kiswahili or do French. And of course, as a child, I'd be interested in picking up French. But as a teacher, as a country, we need to also emphasize to these children that Kiswahili is very important. Nona. It creates a sense of belonging even within the country itself. Hatutajua tu English peke yake, hatutajua hata Kiswahili. Mother tongue, hakuna mtu anajua. Mtu anaitwa tuseme Elvis Omondi and they can only speak English. If you tell them a Luo word, they don't understand. If you tell them a Kikuyu word, Wanjiro will not understand. But they have the cultural name in them. What are we trying to signify there? Nona?
Yeah.
So in terms of decolonizing education, it's going to be a task. Because even me, if you ask me as an education champion, it really, would I advocate for international languages? Yes. Because if I want to move here and go to talk to someone in France and we're trying to build something that is championing for like change or something, I'd need to understand French. It's just courteous for me to know comment ça va and stuff like that. So just to create a broad-based knowledge, it's okay for them to understand and learn these international languages. But it should not be the primary emphasis of education. Can we also learn sign language? Hakuna. Surely. Sign language inafaa kuwekwa kwanza hapo ya kwanza, Kiswahili, English, the rest. See? So can we try and, as we are trying to diversify our education sector, can we also emphasize on understanding our cultures as a country?
Right.
And just enforcing that within, from a young age.
Because
sahi mi ukiambia mtu mwenye maybe akona hiyo colonial mentality, ati you need to learn Kiswahili, atakwambia niko tu sawa na Kiingereza yangu. But you see, from a young age, they're going to understand that ukweli, as much as I can speak English and speak well, speak Spanish and speak well,
correct,
I also need to speak a language that comes from my country.
Yeah. Right. So as we wrap up our conversation, because I do see we are very pressed for time, from Ubuntu Nexus, I know that you do a lot of work within this education system. So from your deliberations, conversations, webinars, everything that you're doing, what are some of the top recommendations that you're having to flaunt even when you meet maybe officials within the education sector? And how do we ensure that we start implementing on those recommendations so that we can see a turnaround in education? Yeah,
I think one thing that I think I'm sure that we're not the only organization that is facing this is manpower. Just calling out to youth to be able to join in on CBOs, NGOs, and volunteer. Honestly, understand that we need to make money, and in your capacity, find it within yourself to volunteer in certain organizations. We really do welcome volunteers as Ubuntu Nexus because it's not a one-man job, you see. A reason as to why we say I am because we are. We really need a lot of help when it comes to reaching out to certain places, because we cannot only try to work within Nairobi or Kajiado per se. There are so many counties within this country, and we need to reach out to them and do the exact same thing. So that if today we are doing PWD sensitization in Nairobi, Kisumu are getting the same thing, Lamu are getting the same thing, Bomet is getting the same thing, etc. Nyahururu the same. So I'd really want to call out to the youth to get engaged in policy making, especially for inclusive, equitable education. Fight for access the same way we fight for many other things on social media. We really need to amplify our voices when it comes to education and see how the government is just going to roll out. And as I mentioned, let's hold the government officials accountable.
Oh yes, please. We have to.
Kwa sababu they owe us. Nitasema, they owe us. Nikitoka hapa nenda kupatia kura yangu, you owe me service.
Oh yes.
You owe me, you ought to give me something. Show me something. Because we cannot be speaking about the same issue day in, day out. January tangu tuanze tumeongea kuhusu nini CBC transitioning and the problems that we are facing. Surely. Tuna kuingia February, are we still going to talk about that? What is the government doing?
Your parting shot, as you also tell us, how can people get in touch with Ubuntu Nexus? How do they plug in with the work that you're doing? Yes, this is your camera.
So one thing for sure, Ubuntu Nexus is very active on socials. We just had our first webinar of the year. We talked about why we are so angry online. We had a good number of people show up, but I'd really want to call everyone, young, old, please engage with us on our Instagram pages. We are on Instagram, Ubuntu Nexus, LinkedIn, Ubuntu Nexus, Facebook the same, Twitter. I'm not sure whether we're in Twitter, but Ubuntu Nexus on all platforms, even TikTok. We may not be active on TikTok, but trust me, we are coming and we're coming in hot. So come and engage with us. We usually have a rollout of what we do. Come and volunteer, like reach out to us, DM us. Trust me, there's going to be someone hapo tu anangoja kuku reply. And yeah, we really can't wait to see the magic we're going to create as youth, as Ubuntu this year. I really can't wait.
Awesome. That was amazing. Sulwey, Nicole, thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to us on this very important conversation about education. Your passion is not unnoticed. Thank you so much for even just giving yourself to the work of education. And I just pray that one day you will look back and you will see a string of the people that have benefited from your continuous and relentless work in the education sector. So thank you so much. And we appreciate your work.
Thank you so much for having me. And for making room,
of course,
for such important and intelligent conversation.
We have to.
Unajenga nchi.
Ndio, in one way or the other. Me just an official yapper in one way or the other. In my Japanese, we come here and we yap, and then whatever you pick up from this conversation, you go and do. So yes, asante sana. Yes, that was our time with Miss Sulwey, Nicole. And if you missed it, I do not know why you would. I do not know why you would. Please go out to our YouTube channel. The conversation is still up there to just look at some of the key issues that we've been able to touch on the state of education in Kenya and beyond. And we will do this again on Monday next week. And next week I have a very interesting guest. Now I will be joined by Marion Njoroge. You might not know her, but she's a human rights defender, and she has written a book called The Heroine Sex Workers of the Mau Mau. You might be wondering, what does sex work have to do with my independence? Well, you'll have to join me on Monday to find out on the Power Morning Drive show. Until then, do have yourself a fantastic weekend. Do keep it here, Power Radio, because we have an amazing lineup for you guys. And tomorrow, join our boys in the hood, Elijah Mose, DJ CJ Kenya. They will be live and direct at the Kicks and Bars hip hop affair. You do know how that goes down. So for all the hippity happy lovers, please do join them tomorrow from, I don't know, is it 10 a.m.? I'm not so sure, but yeah, around that time, 10 a.m., so that you can get to know who are the hottest, the sleekest, the bubbling under hip-hop acts that we have in the 254, and get yourself grooving on this weekend. But until then, it's always a pleasure, and I will see you on Monday. Goodbye right now, and God bless.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
DNA. Domino, of course. Look at you, back.
banjuka juu. Life ni fupi na misi jifungi, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, banjuka tu, banjuka tu, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, mina come through nikirap tu mawantu, na kwenye klabu watu wana dance tu. Jomino kwenye track maajabu, beat wazim sauti ya dhahabu. Unatakaje ma, welcome to bora sura ni nice, I'm the bumps. Najua nimewakwachi, unajua leo lazima watu wa banju. Tuchafuke kwani nini? Wanauliza tutasifu happy mpaka lini? Si tuna shida zetu, tusikize zako kwa nini? Wacha nishike drinks nikicheki warembo hivi, tuangaliane, tusalimiane, hizo namba za simu ndio tubadilishane. Ni vile tumejua na leo tu, kwa hivyo leo tu tutainuka tu na kuruka tu. Banjuka juu, life ni fupi na misi jifungi, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, banjuka tu, banjuka tu, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, tumejuana umenipamba ni aje, situende hivyo unionyeshe mtaani, si uongo, hiyo keja yako ni safi, nikaribishe nyosani jue ni yaje. Na si unajua leo nimekam na gari, na inafaa ilale ndani ya parking. Nimebonga mbaya, malkia nisamehe, ni venye hiyo keje na nishikishanga pepe. Nje na ndani kila kitu ni deadly, lakini na hopa inaga wageni wengi. Juu hii game ni boka, sio soka, story ya watu wengi kwa uwanja na ogopa. Nikushosa vile tutadu, hizo vitu tutazikuta tu. Sladi na mashit tukizitupa juu, niliuma juu zimekushika. Ruka tu, banjuka juu, life ni fupi na misi jifungi, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, banjuka tu, banjuka tu, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, ruka tu, banjuka juu, life ni fupi na misi jifungi, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, banjuka tu, banjuka tu, naweka shida chini na tupa mikono juu. Banjuka tu, ruka tu, ruka tu, banjuka tu, ruka tu, ruka tu, ruka tu, banjuka tu, ruka tu, ruka tu, ruka tu, banjuka tu, ruka tu, ruka tu, ruka tu, banjuka tu. Malkia nisamehe, ni venye hiyo keje na nishikishanga pepe.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.